Good evening, guys. This is Leanda Sutherland coming to you from the Kelly Roche studio. Apologies that we didn't have an insert last night. We were busy with software and time ran away. And at 2 o'clock this morning, I really wasn't at my best to try and do a recording. Okay, so we're going to look a little bit further into some of the things that we have, some of the features. Now, we've worked with slice, but I'm going to go through our slice weld features again tonight. So in the interest of making this a fairly easy clip, I'm going to just work with basics. So let's do the circle in a circle sort of concept again. But I want to now join some of these circles together to give us something else. Oh, that sounded like a mouthful. So let's go. Let's get our circle. Our green line tells us it's busy loading. And there we have our circle. And just to make it easy, I'm in fact going to make our circle red because I just don't like grey. Perfect. So we have a circle. We can duplicate that circle. And we can make the second circle, let's make it 1.5. Okay. If we select both and we align it, we're going to get it aligned in the center. So let's just do it like that for now to make it easy. Okay, I'm going to cut that center circle out. So let's slice it. And the moment it's been sliced, we now have the circle we sliced out and a second circle. So what happens if we want to add to this? Let's make Mickey Mouse's ears for that matter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go select all. We can now weld that into one cut. As easy as that. So great, we have Mickey's head. What happens if we now decide, oh, okay, this is not going to really work for us, but we need that circle back again? Or we're going to put a diamond on. Let's make it a nice big fancy diamond. This would be great for those little rings we put around wine glasses. I'm going to make our diamond just a little bit like that, and I'm going to put it in here. So my ears weren't 100% even, but you get the idea. Okay, so let's add that one in now quickly. Let's weld it. Now we have a platform. Okay. What if we want to add the initials of the person that's getting married? Or the two people getting married? Let's use a nice big bold font. I'm going to just turn this into a nice big bold font. I like big fat fonts like that one. Yes, that's a nice font. Okay, I'm going to just make my screen slightly smaller. There we go. And let's say, oh, excuse me, my nose is suddenly very itchy. Somebody's going to get a fight with me. And let's just say it's Mr. Magoo and Billy getting married. For what? My dog, my two dogs. We can take that. Now we can do one or two things here. We can actually, it's going to be quite cute. So let's do it. Let's put that in the middle there that it cuts it out. How cute would that be? Select it all and we can slice it again. So slice and weld really are amazing features because you can do so much. How's that? Now we just take that, delete it, and take it away. So, okay, we got M and L and we got their circle. But what about this little thing we need here so that we can put that circle on a glass? Go back to your shapes. And you can really use any shape. I'm just going to use a square because it's going to be the easiest for me. But I mean, you could actually use almost anything. You could even use the diamond. In fact, let's take the diamond as well. Let's do that, and we can see which one's going to be best. If I open that, I can make this tall and thin. Put that in the middle. I can drag that down, and you see where we're going with this, don't you? And let's slice it. And as easy as that, we have the little, what do we call that? The little slit where you'd slide your glass into. What if we wanted to add a little charm? We would need a small little hole to put the charm on with. Can still add it. So you can carry on adding and deleting and doing this several times. What you can't do is add 7 things and try and slice it. You need a single file. So there's our hole for our charm, and it's pretty simple. We can just delete that one. So basically, that gives us everything we wanted to do. We took a whole lot of shapes and we just created something. Let's look. I'm just going to replace that file. What if we wanted to create that same idea? There's our heart. So let's make our heart the diamond. Let's grab a diamond as well. Why not? And let's go with the same idea again with our circles. Go around our glass. Okay. So you would obviously decide which size you wanted. Now, if I wanted to put a heart there, I can do that. What if I wanted to line them up correctly? I could line them up. And you see how fractionally it moved? You reverse that and you can see just that little bit it was off. But even if it was off that much, and I selected just those 2, I went to my line and it aligns it perfectly. Now I can say to it, weld. There's the idea. What I didn't do was make a copy of my circle, but that's not a train smash because I can go back and either pick up a circle here or I can reverse. This is where the reverse key comes in. This is our reverse button. And I can say, hold on, before I do that, let's just duplicate that circle, take it out the way, select those 2 and weld it. Now I can take my circle and make it smaller, however much smaller I want. I can just throw it in there and say, just align it again for me, please. But look what happens now. When I align it with that centering button, it's centering that circle in the middle of these 2. So in order for me to, I just want to move this one to the front, I'm going to arrange, send to the front so I can actually see it. And I'm going to make your life easy and just change your color so that you can actually see what you're doing. And we can eyeball it. It's pretty close. So you see the reasoning, it makes sense to do it the other way and center it. It just makes it that much easier. Now, the moment I add in the third one, let's flip this around quickly. I want to just change that to this way to do our slit. And for the sake of making this a little bit easier to see what we're doing, I'm going to change the color. If I wanted to use this here, I'm going to bring it to the front, send it to the front, and I'm going to make it narrow. So we're going to, well, what did we do? I think we just lost it. It's back. Okay, I'm going to unlock it here, and I'm going to just do that so we can see. What happens if I select all of it? When I select all of it now, it won't let me slice. It will let me weld, but look what happens when we weld it. We now end up with one big thing. It didn't do, so it pays you to just do it step by step. Now, I love this reverse button. We can reverse it now. So if I move that out and I select just those 2, I can slice that circle out. Here it is. I can now select this and I can delete it. And I can go and put this. Now I can go and it doesn't matter what order I put it in. I can, however, select both, go to my line, and I want to align them down the center. I've made that a bit wide. I know it's a bit wide, so I'm going to make it narrower. I'm going to unlock it and make it much narrower. Then I can select it again and I can align it. And this align just makes it so much easier because eyeballing it is not always easy. We can then say select all and we can slice it. So literally in 2, 3, 4 minutes, you can actually create something quite quickly that works beautifully. Now again, I mean, if this was an engagement party or a baby shower and we had a baby pram on the circle, whatever, we can add whatever we like here. We can add our little hearts or little whatever to add our charms. Utilize those features. So remember, here's your reverse button. If you want to reverse because you've done something silly, like I do on a regular basis, the favorite thing here is my reverse button. There it is. I can reverse back quite a lot. So if you suddenly get to the end and you think, this is not working for me, reverse back to where it was last the way you wanted it. Down here, on a good day, they all show. When they're not showing, it means you can't do anything right now. You haven't selected anything. If I select one, well, I can't weld it and I can't slice it because it's just one file. When I select the 2 files here, I can slice it, I can weld it. Now, I'm not going to work with attach and flatten because that's something completely different. We'll cover that tomorrow night. But tonight, we've learned how to slice, how to weld, how to reverse, and how to align. Hope you found that insert worthwhile. Have a good evening. Bye now.